Ever wonder why so many new businesses fail within the first year? It's a question that's crossed the minds of many. The answer, though complex, can often be boiled down to a handful of common hardships. Financial constraints, for instance, are a frequent stumbling block. Starting a business isn't cheap, and the initial investment can be a significant barrier for many budding entrepreneurs. Then there's the scarcity of time. Launching a venture requires a serious time commitment, and finding the hours in a day while juggling other responsibilities can be a Herculean task. Lack of experience is another common hurdle. Navigating the complexities of the business world can be daunting for newcomers, and without some level of expertise, it's easy to feel lost. And let's not forget market competition. The business arena is a battlefield, and standing out among the crowd is no small feat. But remember, behind every successful business lies a story of struggle, resilience, and perseverance. Let me tell you a tale. A tale of an entrepreneur named Sam. Sam was like any of us, filled with dreams and aspirations. His was a dream to start his own business, a venture that would bring his innovative ideas to life. But the journey of entrepreneurship is not a walk in the park. It's more like a trek up a mountain. Sam faced his first challenge even before he could step onto the battlefield. The challenge of gathering resources. He needed capital, a team, a place to start. The world seemed to be filled with doors, but they were all closed. But Sam, he was not one to be deterred. He saved, he pitched, he negotiated, he knocked on doors until he found the ones that opened. Next came the challenge of the market. The competition was fierce, the customers demanding. There were days when Sam felt like he was fighting a losing battle, days when the weight of his dream seemed too heavy to carry. But remember, Sam was a dreamer, and dreamers don't give up. He studied his competition, understood his customers, and adapted his strategies. He turned his venture into a chameleon, constantly evolving, constantly surviving. Then there were the internal struggles. The pressure, the stress, the fear of failure. There were nights when Sam stared at the ceiling, wondering if he was cut out for this, wondering if his dream was just that, a dream. But Sam, our entrepreneur, knew that the night is always darkest before the dawn. He took care of his mental health. He leaned on his support system. He found strength in his passion. He turned his fear into fuel, his stress into motivation. But the biggest challenge Sam faced was the challenge of uncertainty. The market could shift, the competition could increase, the resources could deplete. The future of his venture was as unpredictable as the weather. But Sam, he was a sailor who knew how to navigate stormy seas. He learned to embrace uncertainty, to plan for the unplanned, to expect the unexpected. He turned his venture into a ship, ready to sail no matter how rough the sea. Sam's journey was filled with hurdles, each one bigger than the last. But with every hurdle, Sam grew stronger, smarter, more resilient. He learned to turn his struggles into strategies, his barriers into breakthroughs. Sam's journey is the journey of every entrepreneur. It's a journey of determination and resilience, of innovative thinking and relentless pursuit. It's a journey filled with challenges, but every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. Remember, the path of entrepreneurship is not a smooth one, but it is a rewarding one. It's a path that requires courage and conviction, a path that tests your limits and pushes your boundaries. So, if you're an entrepreneur like Sam, remember his story. Remember that the journey is tough, but the destination is worth it. Remember that every struggle is a step towards success, every challenge a chance to grow. Sam's journey wasn't easy, but he turned his struggles into stepping stones for success. What made Sam different? He dared to step outside his comfort zone. Now, what does this mean? Sam, like many of us, had a zone of comfort, a bubble of familiarity where he felt safe, where he could predict the outcomes. But what set him apart was his courage to step beyond this boundary. See, the comfort zone, it's a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. It's like a well-tended garden with the same old flowers blooming year after year. Yes, it's lovely, but it's also monotonous. Sam realized he wanted more than the same old blooms. He craved the thrill of the exotic, the challenge of the unknown. In business and life, stepping outside your comfort zone is often synonymous with taking risks. And that's exactly what Sam did. He took a leap of faith and ventured into a new market, a market he knew little about. It was challenging, yes, it was scary, absolutely. But it was also enlightening. He learned, he stumbled, he picked himself up, and he grew. This new market opened up avenues he had never considered before. It brought him face to face with hurdles he had never encountered. But each hurdle was a lesson, each failure a stepping stone to success. By stepping outside his comfort zone, Sam wasn't just expanding his business, he was expanding his mind, his skills, his capabilities. And that's the beauty of stepping outside your comfort zone. It's not just about taking risks, it's about growth. It's about pushing your boundaries, challenging your perceptions, and discovering parts of yourself you never knew existed. It's about embracing the unfamiliar, facing your fears, and coming out stronger, wiser, better. So remember Sam's story. Remember his courage, his daring, his growth. And next time you find yourself hesitating at the edge of your comfort zone, remember that growth doesn't come from staying safe and comfortable. It comes from daring to step beyond, from daring to explore the unknown, from daring to challenge yourself. Growth happens when you dare to step outside of your comfort zone. But daring isn't enough. Sam won because he was consistent and disciplined. Let's talk about consistency and discipline. When we think about the business world, we often think of the big, flashy wins, a multi-million-dollar deal, a game-changing product. But the truth is, those wins are just the tip of the iceberg. What we don't see is the consistency and discipline that made those wins possible. Take Sam, for example. He launched his business with a daring idea, sure, but that idea alone wasn't what made him successful. It was his consistency. Day in, day out, he showed up. He put in the work. He stuck to his plan even when the going got tough. And let's not forget about discipline. Sam had a routine. He woke up early, got to work, and stayed focused throughout the day. He didn't let distractions derail him. He didn't let setbacks discourage him. Instead, he used them as fuel to push forward, to keep going, to stay disciplined. It's easy to underestimate the power of consistency and discipline. We tend to focus on the end result, the success. But the process, the journey, that's where the magic happens. That's where consistency and discipline come into play. You see, consistency is about showing up, even when you don't feel like it. It's about sticking to your plan, even when you're not seeing immediate results. And discipline, well, that's about making the tough choices. It's about doing what needs to be done even when it's not easy, even when it's not convenient. In business, as in life, success isn't just about having a great idea or making a big splash. It's about the small, consistent steps you take every day. It's about the discipline to keep going even when the going gets tough. So remember, success isn't a one-time thing. It's not about the big, flashy wins. It's about the small, consistent steps, the disciplined routines, the daily grind. Because it's in that grind, in that daily pursuit of excellence, that true success is found. Success isn't a one-time thing, it's a result of consistent efforts and disciplined routines. Routine might sound boring, but for Sam, it was his secret weapon. Let's talk about routine, not the kind that feels monotonous, but the kind that becomes the steady rhythm of your success. The kind that Sam, a successful entrepreneur, swore by. Sam was not born into business. He didn't have a secret formula or a magic wand. What he had was a routine that worked. He found his rhythm in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. His routine was a blend of discipline, consistency, and a splash of creativity. It was a simple routine, not filled with extraordinary actions, but ordinary ones done extraordinarily well. Sam's day started early, before the sun even had the chance to peek over the horizon. He valued this time, the silence before the world woke up, to plan his day, to strategize, to dream. He knew that every minute spent in planning saved him 10 in execution. He followed this with a healthy dose of self-care. Exercise to keep his body fit, reading to keep his mind sharp, and meditation to keep his spirit calm. He understood that a sound mind and a sound body is a short but full description of a happy state. Then he got down to work. He was methodical, organized, and relentless. He didn't shy away from the mundane tasks, but embraced them. He knew that success wasn't a result of spontaneous combustion, but of small tasks done consistently over time. Sam's routine was his secret weapon, his blueprint for success. He stuck to it day in and day out, and it led him to the top of his game. Success isn't about doing extraordinary things, but about doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. Remember Sam's story and keep pushing forward. Remember, the key to success lies not in reinventing the wheel, but in sticking with a routine that works for you. Just like Sam, you too can create your own success story.